So now we're now in third principle, which is the polymorphism. So polymorphism is the ability of an object to take on many forms. So it is the quality or state of existing in or assuming different forms. So in polymorphism, there are two types, which is the method overriding and the method overloading. So the first type of polymorphism is method overriding. So a overriding is a feature that allows a subclass or child class to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already provided by one of its superclasses or parent classes. So now, let me show you an example of method overriding. So first is we should create a file. So let's name it a vehicle. So public class vehicle. And now let's come to think vehicle um, behavior, which is a vehicle could produce sound. So system that out that print line, let's say peep. Compile it. There you go. Now let's create another class, which is a motorcycle. Public class motorcycle. So let's create a behavior, which is also the same in the vehicle, which is sound. Shall we say broom? That's it. Now let's compile it. Now let's create the another class, which is a car. Public class car. And also we should habit a behavior just the same with the vehicle and motorcycle to sound. Create a sound. So shall we say like that? Compile it. Done. Oh, forget to extend it from the vehicle. Also the car should extend it to the vehicle. Compile. Then just create another class where we should test or run all the codes or display the codes. Don't forget the public static main void or the void main. Now let's create an object. We say a motorcycle. M is equal to new motorcycle. Let's create also a car object, car C. is equal to new car. Now let's display m dot sound, then c dot sound. Now let's compile it so we can see the result. Debug. Oh, there you go. That's the overriding example. Polymorphism, which is the method overloading. So now I'm going to show you the example of a number of parameters. So let's create a file. Let's name it NOP, or number of parameters. Public class NOP. Let's create a behavior, which is to add num or add number. So let's input int num1 and int num2. Now we're gonna create a sum to add the num1 and num2. Oh, I forget to discuss the meaning of method overloading. So the method overloading is an ability to create multiple functions of the same name with different implementation. So that's it. That is method overloading. So let's continue. Now we should display the sum. So let's input um, the total. The total number is, and input the sum. Now let's create another behavior. So same behavior, add num, but different variables. So int num1 and int num2, and now we should create an num3. So create int sum and add all the three num. So num1 plus num2 plus num3. Now let's compile file to see if there's nothing mistake. So process completed. So now let's go create the main class or the test to test the code. Public static void main. Let's create an object. So NOPA is equal to NOPA, new NOP rather. Let's create two objects. So name it A and B. Now we should display the sum. So let's set the two int, so 10 and 20. And the other object, B add num. Let's input the three number, so 5 10, shall we say 15. Now let's compile it if it gonna be run. Oh, there you go. It displays or add the ints that we encoded in the NOP class. Now our changes.